Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Rico, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to 3-star all your trials this week. Let's jump right into it. So for the very first trial, Damage Hornets, I'm not going to go into too much detail for this one because I think it is one of the easiest ones. So I would recommend you do it while you do your Damage Rocketeers and Leapers. So you'll see when I do that later on in the video, I also complete that one for a 3-star. If you really did want to go out of your way to really get a high score on this one specifically, I would recommend definitely the map Spaceport. Go during a night raid or electromagnetic, sit on top of one of the towers with a sniper, and then just shoot them all down. That's kind of like the way I would do it if I want to get a really high score. Next up, we have the deliverables. So this one's going to be pretty easy. You just have to deliver the field crates over to the field depots. So the best map to do this is definitely going to be Dam Battleground, specifically at night, or Electromagnetic, so you get double the points. I would recommend you use this website that I have linked below. It essentially will show you all the crate spawns / field depot spawns, and the cool thing is if you click on it you can actually see exactly where they spawn at because it'll usually show a picture of it. So just keep in mind all these locations don't have a guaranteed spawn. I noticed I went to some, you'll see later in the video, and they weren't there, however some were. So you kind of have to get lucky with this one. If you only want to get a 3-star, just keep in mind you only need to do 3 during a night raid. So it's very easy to do on this map. For me, I was going for a higher score than just what the 3-star requires. So you'll see right here the loadout that I have. I definitely recommend when doing this challenge specifically, you definitely want to have a lot of stims because I noticed you will be running around a lot. I think in total I ended up going to 4 of the different field depots on the map, so it kind of took me the whole time, and without the stims I definitely wouldn't have enough time to do it. So right now I'm running to one of the spawns for the field crates. There's about 50 different spawns for them, so I would just recommend you going to each spot, try to look for it. I'm not going to go over every single spawn because it'd be way too much to cover in one video, but definitely reference that website that I said, and you can see right there every exact spawn, and it will show you a picture of exactly where that field crate should be. So I went to the first one, wasn't there, and I ended up finding it on like the 3rd location, and you can see I kind of do that for every single one. So just keep in mind you only need 3 to get that 3-star, and then you can move on. If not, you could be like me and you can go to multiple different field depots and definitely get all of them done. Next up, we have the Damage Rocketeers, Leapers, or Bastions. This one I would recommend doing in trios. You can go ahead and pause the video and look at my loadout if you want to know what I'm running. But it's definitely easier to do it in trios if you're looking for a really high score. If you're looking to only 3-star, it is very easy to do in solos as well. You can just go ahead and kill like 2 Bastions and then you'll be done with it during a night raid. So you can see, personally, I recommend doing it on the map Dam, if not Spaceport during Electromagnetic or Night Raid. And you can see here, we chose Dam Battlegrounds because it was currently on. And it's very easy to do because essentially you can get on top of the control tower. You can kind of block up the only way to get in so no one bothers you, and you can essentially just farm everything. And you can see throughout the video, that's what we did. And then same thing if you want to do it on Spaceport. On Spaceport, you can get on top of the 2 towers that are there, and you can kind of just farm up from there, so it's a little bit more safer. Just remember, if you are farming it from up top, I would recommend you taking a zip line because you can use the ladder and zip line down. One of our teammates died, so we ended up going down the long way, but it happens sometimes. At least we made it out. So you can see here, before we even make it to the top of the tower, we actually already 3-starred the challenge. But like I said, we're going for a higher score, so you'll see us go up there and kill a lot more things. But this is what I'm saying. It's very easy to do in solos because if you take in like 3 wolf packs, you essentially can kill just like a Rocketeer and a Bastion too, even if you wanted. And then that'll be enough, especially if you have a Hole Cracker as well. So you can see we make it to the top and we use a barricade to kind of block the door, and we also put some mines down. We also have them in the zips before this room just so we know if anyone's coming so we can go ahead and hear them. And then for the rest of the time we took out in total I think like 3 more Rocketeers, 2 Leapers, and it's very easy to do. And then on our way out we actually hit another Bastion. So like I said, you're just going to sit up here, make sure you know you take some extra meds, maybe even an extra shield, make sure you have those shot down, and you should be fine. Also, this is where I recommend you also to do your Damage Hornets, because there is a period where you have to sit there and you have to wait for the next Rocketeer or Leaper to spawn. And meanwhile, while you're waiting for them to spawn, you can go ahead and get this challenge done too, because you can see so many of the Hornets from such a far range from here. So I would definitely recommend to do that trial as well as you're doing this one. So next up we have Destroy Pops, and I found it easiest to do this one actually on the map Buried City during a night raid. So what we did is we focused 4 different buildings, that being the Galleria, Space Travel, Research, and Hospital. And what you're going to want to do is you're just going to go in rotation and go to each of these buildings and kill as many pops as you can. Once you're done with one building, you're going to want to go into the next building, kill them, and then go in a circle almost. So the reason for this is because they will respawn over a little bit of time. So you can see here, first we go into the Galleria, we try to find some, we kill some, and then we go to the next building, Space Travel, and then we eventually make our way to the hospital. So I found this to be the easiest, and this should allow you to get a high score. If you're not looking for a crazy high score, you just need to kill a couple to get your 3-star done. I will say for a run, there was definitely a lot of fireballs as well that we had to kill. So another map you could maybe do this on that I think would be good would definitely be Stella Montes Night Raid. The only problem with that one is I feel like there would be a lot more PvP because that map is crazy for PvP. So that is why I chose Buried City as well. So for our last trial, we have open arc probes. I personally recommend doing this on solos. I found it to be a lot easier. I'm doing it on Blue Gate during the Electromagnetic Storm. I would definitely recommend when you're doing this one, take a lot of stims again. You will definitely need it because you're going to be running around the map. In solos, most people are currently trying to do the trial, so a lot of people are friendly. You'll see me run into a lot of different people, and I never get shot once. One thing I would recommend is, if you did not know, in order to see these, they do not show on the map unless you are close to them. I don't know the exact range, but I think it's like if you're 5 meters within them, then they'll show on the map. A way you can know where they're at too is you want to look for the black smoke. So you can see when I run around, I'm looking for black smoke, like you can see in this clip here. And once you find that black smoke, that means they could be there. It's not guaranteed, but they're more than likely will be there, be one there. If not, you just run around until you see more black smoke, and then you'll eventually find some. In this map, I like to stay around the outskirts. I just found it easier because on this map, I feel like everyone's in the central area. So I like to stay on the outside because I don't run into as many people as well. Like I said, use those stims up and you should be able to get it done pretty quickly if you want the 3-star. If you're looking for a higher score like I am, it's going to take you almost the whole time, but it is a pretty easy one to do. Also, don't forget to loot the standing arc probes because those also count towards the challenge, and that'll just help you out. Let me know down below what other videos guys want to see from me, and if you made it this far in the video, comment orange. Also comment your username and I'll go ahead and give you a fully kitted out gun of your choosing. Peace.